actually the owner of Wiener Kitchen and Wiener Wagon, kind of doubling up in all the areas.
Yeah.
And we're right now at Wiener Kitchen, but then Wiener Wagon is kind of your mobile version of what this is.
That's correct,
That's how I found out about you, because I attend the One Park Farmers Market, and that's where I saw you, and I was like, okay, sausage is definitely in my blood and runs through my veins. I need to try this out.
For sure, yeah.
Would you mind explaining to everyone, or kind of introducing yourself and letting people know, like, how did you get to start a sausage company?
Oh, well, yeah, great question. So my wife and I have been co-chefs since the beginning, and I learned sausage making in culinary school from Felix Sturmer. He was my instructor at the time, and he showed us how to make sausage in our Garde Manger class. So culinary school is filled with lots of basics. For some reason that stuck out, and through the years of writing menus, making specials, we kept on making sausage and determined that it was better than what we felt you could get out there. So yeah, we just kind of rolled with it. Yeah.
Perfect. So how long have you been making sausage now?
So we've been making, it's been several decades since we actually figured it out in school. Yeah, so 20 years. Yeah, it shows you how old we are.
Wow. What would you say is your favorite sausage that you've ever made?
Oh,
is there
wow.
such a thing?
Yeah, so whenever anyone comes in and says, what can I not miss, it's always going to be jalapeno cheddar. That's in-house. That's completely going to be our favorite. It's porky, it's cheesy, it's got the heat. So yeah, jalapeno cheddar is really going to says a lot about what we do.
And I'll be picking up like 15 of those today, because that's what my mother-in-law requested. So I'm glad we made that decision.
Yeah, for sure, absolutely.
But yeah, and I'm also actually super excited. You said this week you actually made a couple of German-style sausages.
We did. Our Knockwurst is traditional German style, and then our Sheboygan style is going to be Sheboygan brats are very similar to Nuremberger style, which is a white bratwurst. Very German.
Let's talk about your farmers market time. So you're mostly there on Wednesdays.
Yeah.
That's when I can usually find you there. But then randomly you'll appear on a Saturday, and you're so busy I can't even talk to you. But
yeah.
But yeah.
Saturdays at the farmers market are definitely quite an event. It's absolute chaos. We only have enough in us to do it once a month because the volume is so high.
Yeah.
And we're truly, nearly a mom and pop business. Our daughter works with us, a couple others. Yeah. So it's definitely an undertaking working a Saturday.
Yeah. Where do you get most of your meat from?
So we call our meat thoughtfully sourced. Our pork is coming from Iowa. Our beef is coming from Colorado. Some from Texas. Our chicken is Amish raised, so that's Ohio Amish raised chicken. Yeah, Gerber is our chicken. So yeah, and we're not typically using any filler in our products, and then using all natural casings.
Perfect.
Yeah.
So the natural casings meaning like intestines, basically, right?
Yeah, intestines.
Oh, I just cannot think about those things.
Well, don't think about it, because they really are minimally processed versus some synthetic things which are further mechanically processed, and that's probably the things that you don't want to think about. We're it's natural. The natural casing.
Collagen casing.
Yeah, they have a place in the world. They do. Yeah, but we use natural because they're easy to get. There's nothing to cover up. And we use hog casings for our brats, and then natural sheep casings for our beef wieners, for our chicken wieners. Yeah, a lot of people don't want to eat pork.
Yeah, I can tell you, I actually have a meat grinder and a sausage stuffer, and I tried making sausages one time, and I want to say it was like 5 years ago, and I haven't tried since because it was such an undertaking. Now for me, buying 3 different kinds of casings and figuring out, okay, which one doesn't split open? Like,
right. It is something that is very helpful to have somebody show you, or really have a lot of time for trial and error. We don't think about it anymore because it's so routine for us. But yeah, for the home cook, the home chef, it's a mess too.
Yeah,
right.
I know.
Yeah.
And then people don't appreciate it because then they don't look as pretty as you would. I mean, my first trial was, they're squeezing out the back.
Some this big, some that big. Right.
But yeah, it was fun.
Our board up here that says, buy local or buy local. The relationships that we've formed at the farmers market just happen naturally, organically. We feed the farmers. they supply us with produce, and then we take that produce and we feed them again next week. I mean, it's just a back and forth. We barter a lot with our food, with our sausages. So yeah, it's our relationships with the community there and the farmers is just it's precious. We don't take it for granted. So yeah, it's awesome.
I mean, if one person sells bread, the other bacon, the other lettuce, the other tomatoes, I feel like there's gotta be something that
it's
needs
great.
to happen.
It's great. Yeah, for instance, when we're setting up this weekend, we're setting up next to a vendor whose corn, we had a bushel of their corn, and then we're turning around and serving it on a bun. So yeah, it's really cool.
That's perfect.
Yep,
yeah,
for sure.
I love that. I'm also going to be picking up some of your sausages to make a recipe of mine. It's actually called currywurst, which has like a curry ketchup sauce, and I'm actually very excited about it because I'll be using your ketchup as well to make it. It's funny because I see your bierocks. I actually never had them because they're actually invented by German immigrants that came to the U.S. and I never grew up with them in Germany.
Yeah, I didn't grow up with them either. So we're German, we're Polish, so we did a lot of Polish sausage, pierogies. You know about pierogies? I didn't grow up with bierocks either, but they are very big in Kansas. Austrian.
I see them over and over again.
yeah, and they are definitely becoming more popular. So, Austrian. I believe the traditional is an Austrian beef and cabbage pocket bread. So they've been a staple here for probably 3.5 years. Yeah, 2019 we started making them, and we make them on a weekly basis. They're very popular. I didn't, as a hot dog and sausage restaurant, I did not think that bierocks would be such a big part of what we sell to go. It's crazy. So everything in here is intended for you to take home and grill or enjoy at home. So yeah, people take those home and they heat them up in their oven.
What would you say to any aspiring sausage restaurant owners? What's the number one lesson you learned that maybe...
Oh man, it's okay to say no. It's okay to say no. I don't know, man. The number one thing, I don't even know.
From the sausage business perspective.
Don't do it. I guess for anyone in the culinary field, you have to love it. Otherwise, it's not worth it. I mean, for some reason, everybody in the culinary business enjoys what they're doing, the food service business. Otherwise, it's really not worth it.
I know the hours. I look at the hours and I look at my time that I have, and I'm just like, I don't know. This is just not what I'm supposed to do, but I'm so glad that other people are doing it.
Yeah, there's something going on up here for everybody in the food service industry that it just keeps you going. In our history, our Wiener wagon's been around for 10 years, and that was jump-starting this business. We're about to turn 5 here, so the Wiener wagon is slowly decaying and dying. The future... I would say the kitchen is going to outlast our on wheels efforts. It is a lot of fun though, so it's a love-hate relationship with our mobile unit. It really is. Yeah.
Do you see yourself opening more restaurants? Or?
I don't think so.
No?
No, absolutely not. It's a great idea, and the question has been asked to all of us many times: is this a franchise? Are you guys going to franchise? And we've thought about it many times, but we also enjoy the magic of just being that hole in the wall, that one spot. Because as someone who enjoys cuisine and enjoys dining out, there always is, we feel something special about just that one place. Our repeat diners are amazing. That's what keeps us going. So.
Have you been on Diners, Diamond and Dry?
No, not yet. He's welcome. We can't wait to feed Guy and share a sandwich over the grill or whatever. Yeah.
It was so nice to chat with you and getting to know the sausage world on a more detailed level. And
there's much more where that came from for sure.
Yeah. Yep. And I'm excited what the future holds for you.
Thanks so
Whatever
much.
that will be.
Yeah. Thanks so much. I appreciate it. Yeah.